Hey folks, very excited because we're here in Westbrook Supply Company's showroom and we're gonna go through the Nucanoe Unlimited Max. We're gonna sit down with Mike, he's gonna show us the boat and we're gonna talk about all the specs and the things that make this boat so special. So come along, it's gonna be a great one. Hey, what's up, brother?
Brother, how you been?
Good seeing you, Mike. How's
long
everything?
time. Hey, everything's pretty good. You been
Yeah, it's
all
been
right?
great. Yeah, how about you?
Good. I just put some finishing touches on the new Nucanoe Unlimited Max here.
Oh, because I'm taking it home tonight, right? No?
Hey, make a phone call. It can happen.
I tried.
It can happen. Just got to make a phone call, right? It's like just, but yeah, no, this is, I mean, yeah, it's a 13.5-foot kayak. I mean, yeah, it's a new model that we came out with. I mean, you got some new features on here. If you like, I can walk you through it.
Yeah. So before we do that, I want to give some context to the viewers, right?
Yeah.
The Unlimited lineup has been growing for the past years, right? We have the Unlimited 12, the Unlimited 10 for smaller water, rivers, etc. And now we have, the bigger brother, which is the Max, right?
Right, the Unlimited Max.
So before we even go through the specs, where do you think, it's a broad question maybe, but where do you think this boat will really stand out versus the other boats on the lineup?
I mean, big lakes,
lakes,
salt water, big salt, ocean. So we're definitely going to be putting this thing to the paces. But just the improvement of what we have on this boat, it's gonna impress a lot of people.
Awesome.
Just for some of the improvements we have, like for example, you got the new HD grip mount, which with this handle, it's actually a handle, and underneath it, actually I got a plate here real quick. This is underneath the plate. So this is what's underneath. So now you have pre-drilled holes, so you can actually put your bow mount plate right onto there with this handle, and you can still have that grip behind it. So that's actually a really, as you can see, it's pretty thick and sturdy too. So
I think one of the things when it comes to Nucanoe, every product that's meant for the kayak, like the APS system, everything is well built. And I know some people like to buy third party, and that's great, items. But when the company themselves are making the mounts, it's really it caters for that boat. So I really appreciate the fact that they went through, they did, the plate mount, which is going to be awesome. And for sake of honesty, it does feel very, very well built.
It's not right. You got to feel it. I mean, people look at it like, oh, it's a hand. No, but
it has weight to it. It feels that it will withstand a lot of pressure, which is what you really get on the bow when because you're stressing your bow, right? 100%. When you have a motor there.
And of course, behind that, we have the new HD access port, which that'll allow you to run your wiring, all that through the back. And of course, we still have your wiring plates on the side here. And then your 10-foot tracks, you still have those allowed to run the same gear pod that you've already had on your Nucanoes and your other Nucanoes. Of course, you have your 6 horizontal rod stagers. So if you're just laying them down, it's kind of just lays on the side there. And if you want to run them in tunnels, we got these 2 rod stage tunnels here.
And we were talking about this one real quick before we go through. For this one, let's assume you don't want them. Yeah. You can take them off. Or my idea would be, you can run, cables through here. Yeah. I think you get options, right? And you don't have to drill on the kayak to do it, which is great. And it's one of the things that people don't like. Yeah. Right. So I do enjoy that. I do see that the access ports are also bigger and wider on the bow. Mm-hmm. Which is great because when you start getting into the let's assume you have your big wider cables of better connections, not smaller connections, you're gonna run into the situation where you don't have enough space. Yeah, and I like this.
Well, it's just easier. It's just easier to access it when you have bigger electronics where people want to run their yak power systems, example, internal. But look inside here, and it's a raised lip, and not only that. But behind this plate, it's actually double, like it's really thick. So it lips over here. So when the water comes out, like you can really see the thawed out.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it's
all about this rubber, right? It's not going to allow water to come in. Yeah. It feels that it's sturdy. It's not going to flex when a lot of heat hit it.
And again, it's solid.
Yeah.
So, and then of course we're running a max port. Which you'll see that later, which is going to be a little port here where you can run wires through.
I already saw that, and I got to say, that's a very, very nice thing to add there.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
And then, of course, with the performance scuppers, we have 16 performance scuppers on the UMAX, which actually I got some out here so people can actually physically see it. This is what goes on the bottom, sits flush underneath. And then right under there, and then you can actually loosen up the cap so that allows you your flow of drain so you can have it all the way up, or you can have more flow, or have no flow at all. But when the drain goes down,
it just rolls out to the side of this plate here and allows, this performance allows the pretty much water to not gurgle as you're motoring. So that allows it to give you a better performance under there.
Performance and quieter, right?
Yes.
As you travel through the water, which I like.
Absolutely. And then you will get one, just a blank one for your transducer retract system where where you're able to put your transducer there.
Yep.
But that just allows you to, if you don't have one, you can have a little cap that goes right onto there as well. And of course, with the new Unlimited Max, like all the other Nucanoes, you get the Fusion seat. So that comes standard. And then into the back here, you got the rod caves where you can run the reels where you're laying it horizontal.
These are wider, right?
Yes, these are a little bit wider.
Yeah.
This is still 41 inches wide, but what they did was they opened up the sides a little bit to give you some more, some more space there. Absolutely.
And I'll tell you why. One of the things that people used to use these for tackle storage.
Yeah.
But now, when these tackle boxes get wet, people don't like them outside. So I really use them for something, for everything other than tackle boxes, whether it's storage, put line.
I don't know about you, I put snacks in the side of
mine. Snacks, yeah. I mean, potentially you could put some ice here and play a couple of beers.
Put cold beers there. But if you want something to store cold beers in, you can actually utilize the stern pod that we got here, which it can't just, it doesn't have to be used just for batteries, right? It could be used for anything you want, dry storage. If you're going overnight camping, you need put more storage stuff in. You have that. It's nice and sealed.
There's a couple of things. Can you open it back up? Because I think this really matters.
Okay.
So just keep in mind, guys, this is molded into the kayak. This is extremely important. Reason being, now we're not talking about water entry points for the kayak. And trust me, this is bigger than I thought. I didn't think it was molded in.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. And it's really spacious. It's not only battery. You can run everything here. And
you can put a whole lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
My daughter tried to sit in there the other day. I was like, hey, can this be my back seat vessel? I was like, what are you going to do? Shoot a water gun in the back of it? I was like, all right, that might be a good thing. But yeah, it could be multiple use.
Yeah,
it's a dry storage stern pod, that we, incorporated into the actual to the kayak. And so, like I said, if you wanted to store batteries, you can. If you wanted to store dry goods or whatever you want, you can. Yeah. If you're having a party barge and you want to put ice and cold drinks in there, that could be cool for you too. So, but other than that, you still have the rear stern, the 10-inch tracks that run in the rear. So allowing you to run that, the HD mount in the back for your EPS system.
Yeah, I like that. Let's talk about, where we talked initially where this boat fits, right? But I think now that I see and we went through it, I still think it's a good replacement to my 12.
Yep.
Right, because it still does everything I do with it, just a little bit better, right? Yeah. And that's the things, right? We're getting upgrades, we're getting better kayaks every now and then.
Absolutely.
And Nucanoe took the time to really think, what are the things that the anglers need, and they hit it out of the park with this one. Now, can we talk about how high this kayak sits in the water versus the U12? Because I think that's when I look at the commentary in Facebook, everybody's talking about that. Because it really, I think it matters more.
Yeah, well, so the Waterline is actually a little bit higher on this. So, and you can see from the construction of this, even compared to the U10, even like the reel caves are right here, they're sitting up a little bit higher. So it does allow the water to evacuate. Having it a little bit higher does allow water to not intrude in. And of course, with this, I'm not sure I've showed you this, but we call this the elevated wave break, where there's a lip in this kayak here where it allows the water to roll out instead of come on in. Gotcha. So I even have a video out there, which we'll show you later, of me actually pushing on this thing, trying to get it into the water as it's going full throttle, and it will not go. But yeah, the elevated wave brake, that's one of the really cool features we have for not allowing water to come through. But you're going to see a really good improvement. We're going to be doing a lot more testing and a lot more content coming out here in all places. So please send your questions through, man, because we definitely want to hear them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so let's, guys, take your time to put questions in the comment section of this video. We'll make sure that all of them go answered. We'll talk, with Mike obviously has the knowledge here. So we're with the right person or the right people to talk about the boat, which is great. A couple of questions real quick. Price point and expected release date.
So the price point right now, we have it at $24.99. The expected release date is right around mid-January. So it could be sooner, could be a little later, but give or take a few, because we are, like I said, we are still, putting these things through the paces.
Are you guys here at Westbrook doing pre-orders for the boat?
We are taking some orders now, so we're ready to do it. So yeah, whenever you're ready. But yes, we are. But yes, we're still doing testing and we're still getting out there. So please, send your questions our way. And if I can answer any questions from the water testing style, let me know. Chris, I'm sure will reach out to me, and
of course,
we'll get whatever we need for you guys to get doing. So.